to deal with demons like that one we saw on the street today, which was chasing after the girl's soul. It's all believable to me, along with flying pigs and the tooth fairy. Coward, Coward, quit attacking others if it's my soul you want. Come and get it. Fight with me one-on-one. Ooh, what's the big idea waking me up so early, fuzzball? You having a nightmare? Quit complaining. Use your wash key because you're filthy. Because you shouldn't be running outside naked anyway.
All right, very nicely done. Veronica?
First of all, I wanted to point out that everybody gets nervous. It doesn't even matter if you've gone to 100 auditions, everyone gets nervous. So finding a way to just, I know that you felt less nervous once you got into your character and you started just going along. So just know that you are going to be nervous and just let that go. Focus on this like you did and you'll be fine. So great job with that. I liked the voice that you chose. I liked who he was. I also liked that he had a bit of kind of a scruff to him that made him, even though he seems a little bit mean, he also had kind of a nice comical side that I could see underneath. I really like that. Are we just commenting on good afternoon?
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay. That's it for right now. I thought it was really great.
Yeah, basically, that was pretty much as what Veronica said, is that you picked a really good voice for it, and you managed to carry it off very well. And obviously, in the first line, you were really nervous, and you did sound a little bit like you were just reading off the script. Other than that, you did really pick it up. It was just, yeah, you kind of slowly got into it, and then by the end of it, you know, the line, especially with Colm, that was really well done. So you kind of just, it was a bit of a slow burner, so you did work yourself up to it, and that's, yeah, something to be proud of. Yeah, good.
Yeah, there's an excellent start there. Now, when you do an audition, at least in my experience, you'll at least get good 2 takes, maybe 3. So you have a chance to reset. If you didn't like the first take, the director will give you thoughts like what we're doing here, and then we would do a take 2. Now, for time constraints, we're not going to do that, but if I were the director, I would say, okay, that's a great starting point. Now let's tweak it. Let's make the first part of the narration a little bit darker. If the sarcasm was just right, the last part about, oh, flying pigs and the tooth fairy, that actually has to be shouted. In the animation, Ichigo's head turns cheesy, and then it's really loud, like flying pigs and the tooth fairy! So, and like a little more energy and everything, that was good. The Howard line was good about okay, come on, take me on one-on-one or whatever. That was a good amount of anger, and then the sleepiness. That's a hard thing to pull off, is sounding like, just woke up and hey, fuzzball. And that sounded really authentic, so good on you for just varying it up. Very nice. Okay, Martin, let's
You'll have to forgive me, because I personally, I've never been in the booth or anything like that, so I don't really have any experience to pass on or anything. But I thought you did a great job. Were you the Duke Nukem yesterday? All I could imagine the whole time was, what if Duke Nukem had been in Ichigo's shoes? Steve. But yeah, you did a great job. I was very convinced that you were in the moment for the most part. The narration, yeah, like Kyle said, probably going to be tweaked a little bit, but I mean, you were the first guy with the first line, and I think you rose to the challenge, and you did a great job.
Thanks very much.
I don't know if I was the only one thinking this, but you sound a lot like Steve Staley. The guy who was, he's Hitsugaya, right? In Bleach, in the dub, yeah. Also, are you Irish, or?
No, I'm from Wales.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a great American accent. I thought that was really good. Well, that was very good. I think you have a great voice. It's very marketable. I personally wouldn't cast you as Ichigo because I think you sound a little too old, but I do think that you do have a voice that is, you know, disposition for voice acting.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That's cool. Now let's before we let you off the stage, we're going to give you a chance to do some quick fight reaction sounds. Now on your script, the first one that calls for a leap in the air followed by a clenched teeth landing grunt. This is literally the type of verbiage we see on the script. So it's like, okay, so a leap, and then clenched teeth, like you're just landing, like a jump and then land. Let's hear what you do with that. Just give it like 2 in a row. One more. Good. good. Very nice, very nice. Okay, next one is a swinging sword effort. Now, Ichigo's sword can be, you can use it like two-handed or whatever, so just like a big effort. It takes some strength to like a big attack move. Good. One more slash, yeah? Okay, now, a charging yell. Let's hold the mic away a little bit so we don't blow our ears. That's totally like Super Saiyan power up, like big crescendo. Let's hear something. Yeah, take some water. Don't kill your vocal cords on our behalf. I know, he is prepared. This is what voice actors need. Now you need a green apple. Green apples will help remove mouth noise, which these mics don't pick up. But the studio mics, that cost thousands of dollars, I don't know what that is in euros, but it's expensive. Yeah, so let's hear now like the big charge up yell. It could be or a just your choice. Let's hear two in a row. Good. That's good. Man, I'm afraid of this dude. Lastly, final reaction is you're taking damage. Now it's got to sound like it's hurting. Someone's got you punched in the gut. Punch across the face. Sword has sliced your arm. Your choice. Okay, that's good. Now just a quick more staccato, like. Let's do that. Nice. Okay, one more. Now in the gut, make it really guttural, like literally clench your stomach muscles up. Let's hear something. Oof, you know, something like that. Nice, nice. Okay, nicely done, guys. Again, we move at a really fast pace because that's what it is for the professionals in the booth. Have a seat. And what is your name?
Addie.
Okay, Addie. Very good. Here is your script. As you can see, there's a picture of Rukia. There's a description of what she did and how she falls into the story. And then there's her. We got 4 lines showing some reaction, showing different emotional beats, rather. She starts off with a narration line, and then she goes into like this observation. It's kind of like an insult, but she doesn't really mean it. She's just saying the truth. And then she goes into her angry line. It's like, oh, listen, you, why I oughta. And then it goes into she's battle damaged. She has to sound like it hurts just to speak. So she's going all over the spectrum once again, because that's what we want to see. What sort of range can you give as an actor? Are you going to give a consistent performance? And you say, well, do I have to do a character voice for it? It's like, well, no, not necessarily. If you have a demo in the hands of the studio will know what to cast you for, audition you for, rather. You know, it's like, because like Marianne was saying, it's like, okay, Kyle was a little more appropriate for a different character who sounded older because his voice was deeper. I mean, we're just doing it for the sake of just doing it here today, but in actuality, if you're called into audition, it's based on the strength of your voiceover demo, which is about a minute long. That showcases your range on different types of copy. It's like, here's the angry speech, here's the calm laid back, here's the peppy, and all that stuff. In 60 seconds, you're going to show what you can bring to a performance. And the key thing is bringing you to the performance. Even if it's a wacky, zany character voice, they still want a piece of you to shine through. They don't want your imitation of another actor. They want what you would do with this character. So, all right, so are you ready to give it a shot?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Do you have any questions about... I don't think there's any wacky pronunciations in this one.
How do you pronounce her last name?
Oh, Rukia Kuchki. It looks like Kuchiki.
That's what I thought.
But we run it together, switch it together. Kuchki. So Rukia Kuchki is her name. And they stop us all the time dead in our tracks. If we mispronounce anything in the booth, we have to redo it again. But that's expected. And sometimes we'll go through and produce episode after episode with a certain pronunciation, and then Biz will call us going, no, it's actually this. It's like, oh, okay. Eureka 7? Yeah, I mean, Eureka is not a Japanese word, but they called it Eureka 7. Okay. And just because you booked the part doesn't mean that you've actually got the part. This happened, I think it was Yuri. Yuri actually booked the main role in Eureka 7 and recorded like a dozen episodes. And then the client decided, we're going to go in a different direction. So, job security. I don't think it's... Don't be 100% sure that you've got the role until it comes out on DVD or it airs on TV. Because they could literally just change their mind. You know, and Yuri got paid.